From the African savannas to the lush forests of Asia, these gentle giants share their world with us in ways you've never imagined. A safari jeep full of tourists slowly made its way down the bumpy path. Excitement filled the air as the tourists clutched their cameras, eager for a glimpse of the local wildlife. Their guide behind the wheel was steering erratically, showing signs of a few too many drinks. With cameras clicking, tourists eagerly aimed to capture the scene as a magnificent elephant grazed by the roadside. Their tipsy guide, sporting a jaunty safari hat, staggered out of the jeep and approached the elephant, which, sensing an oddity, trumpeted loudly and retreated as the guide gave chase in reverse. The guide tumbled backward, losing his balance, while the elephant paused, intrigued. The tourists burst into laughter. With the tourists' help, the guide returned to the jeep, and they carried on, chuckling about the tipsy elephant chase. On a bright day, in the heart of a bustling city, pedestrians hurriedly moved about their business on a typical urban street. Without warning, a massive elephant came charging down the street, sparking instant pandemonium. Car horns blared, and terrified pedestrians scattered in every direction to evade the approaching giant. A passerby initially tried to capture the spectacle with a smartphone, but soon realized the danger and joined the frantic crowd in their escape. As the police officer cautiously approached the elephant, seeking to guide her away from the crowded street and toward a more open area, the officers gently herded the elephant in the desired direction. In the distance, a majestic elephant, the embodiment of grace and power, suddenly emerges from the thicket. It stands tall, observing its surroundings. The elephant's massive form and wrinkled skin glisten in the sunlight. As the elephant approaches the road, it takes a moment to contemplate its next move. The sound of the elephant's massive presence resonates as it continues its journey. With a slow, deliberate grace, it crosses the road, its great shadow casting a fleeting darkness over the ground. As the elephant vanishes from view, the tourists in the safari jeep sit in silence, moved by the awe-inspiring encounter they've just witnessed. These tourists are eagerly reaching for their cameras. Emerging from the bush is an African elephant, a towering giant of the savannah. Its colossal tusks glint in the sunlight, a testament to its age and wisdom. The African elephant approaches the jeep with a measured, unhurried stride, its eyes reflecting an ancient and profound wisdom. The elephant continues its approach, devoid of any signs of aggression. It halts just a few feet away from the jeep, casting a majestic shadow over the spellbound tourists. The African elephant lingers for a while, as if acknowledging the tourists' admiration. It then turns, and with a graceful motion returns to the savannah, vanishing into the vastness of its natural habitat.
Rambo, big boy.
After hours of tracking, they finally reach a vast clearing. The GPS signal indicates that the elephant is nearby. Mr. Allen scans the surroundings, their excitement growing. Suddenly, a massive figure emerges from the thicket, and there it is, the elephant. Its grandeur is beyond description, with massive tusks and a presence that commands respect. The elephant, aware of their presence, turns and looks directly at Mr. Allen. Its intelligent eyes seem to hold a deep wisdom that transcends time. The elephant takes a step closer, its enormous feet creating soft rumbles in the earth. It appears unthreatened and even curious. They exchange a profound gaze with the elephant, a silent acknowledgement of the mutual respect they share for the wild. By the roadside, an elephant family stands united as a protective force. The mother elephant, the father elephant, and the rest of the family form an imposing presence, their massive bodies radiating authority and strength. They observe the traffic with a watchful and experienced eye. Amidst the chaos, the mother elephant and father elephant communicate through low, rumbling exchanges. The young elephant navigates the perilous path on the busy road as vehicles rush past, horns blaring, creating tension. Undeterred and unscathed, the young elephant reaches the other side of the road. Triumphantly, it trumpets its joy. Filled with pride and emotion, the mother elephant and father elephant, their faces beaming, rejoin their little one. In a tranquil Indian village nestled amidst traditional huts and lush greenery, the sudden eruption of chaos shatters the peace. A wild elephant, typically a symbol of majesty and serenity, now appears disoriented and agitated. Panic spreads through the village like wildfire as villagers scatter in all directions, their voices filled with fear and distress. Amidst the turmoil, a courageous villager steps forward, attempting to soothe the agitated elephant. Yet the elephant, overwhelmed by fear and confusion, remains unresponsive, its sheer size and distress making communication nearly impossible. It plows into huts, leaving destruction in its wake. A safari jeep filled with adventurous tourists slowly moves through the wilderness, capturing glimpses of remarkable wildlife. Suddenly, the tranquility of the landscape is shattered by the thunderous sound of an elephant charge. A massive bull elephant, its ears flared, tusks gleaming, charges out and bangs into the car furiously. The driver sits in paralyzed silence, his eyes locked on the enraged elephant. With a final bone-chilling trumpet, the elephant makes a last show of dominance before turning and disappearing back into the wild. The tourists, cameras ready, scan the horizon for any sign of wildlife. Suddenly, an enormous African elephant appears in the distance, moving gracefully through the tall grass. The elephant, a magnificent specimen with colossal tusks, seems to sense the tourist's presence. Instead of keeping a safe distance, it begins to approach the safari jeep and raises its trunk in a gesture that seems almost like a greeting. Tourists are in awe of their proximity to this gentle giant.
Be quiet!
The tourists follow the guide's advice and remain silent as the elephant, with a curious and serene expression, moves even closer to the safari jeep. Its presence is an unforgettable spectacle. After a few mesmerizing moments, the elephant, as if satisfied with the encounter, slowly turns and begins to amble back into the savannah. In the serene town of Kongad, nestled within Kerala's Palakkad district, an angry elephant's rampage disrupts the peace, creating a scene of chaos. Breaking free from its tether, the elephant sends an alarm through the crowd, prompting frantic evasive actions. With a thunderous charge, the elephant smashes a motorcycle to the ground, twisting it into a mangled wreck. Unsated, it then turns its force on a three-wheeler auto rickshaw, overturning it with unstoppable power. The elephant's fury escalates as it targets a tempo truck. Relentlessly, the truck is overturned, leaving shattered glass and twisted metal in its wake. The two mahouts, risking their lives, attempt to calm the enraged elephant, but its anger appears unyielding, trumpeting loudly. Onlookers watch in hope, their breath held, relying on the mahouts to restore order. A busy African street, surrounded by dense forests and curious onlookers, grinds to a halt. A colossal elephant with massive legs and an imposing presence stands defiant and majestic, blocking the path. Cars halt. Some drivers honk impatiently, while others understand the elephant's significance and remain in respectful silence. The experienced wildlife protection officer arrives, calmly evaluating the situation. The elephant's uneasy flapping ears catch attention. With their wealth of experience, the wildlife protection officer cautiously approaches. The elephant eases and steps away from the road, observed in silent admiration by onlookers. A car with tourists rumbles along the dusty trails of an African safari park. As they venture further into the park, they come across a magnificent African elephant, massive and regal. The elephant seems to be in a playful mood. The elephant, while standing beside a parked car, suddenly turns its attention to a persistent itch on its side. The elephant begins to scratch its massive flank against the side of the car. The vehicle rocks gently from the elephant's vigorous rubbing, and the tourists burst into laughter. The car's occupants, initially startled, realize the elephant's harmless intent and join in the laughter. As the tourist moves deeper into the park, they are engrossed in their surroundings. Suddenly, a powerful bull elephant charges out from the underbrush, ears flared and trunk raised, thundering toward them. The front man, remarkably calm, stands up and extends a single open hand toward the charging elephant. In an astounding display of trust and understanding, the elephant, just meters from the jeep, comes to a screeching halt. Its powerful frame shudders as it confronts this seemingly fearless human. The elephant complies, gradually turning and moving back into the wild. The tourists watch in awe as the magnificent creature disappears into the distance. In a tranquil countryside, where the gentle whispers of nature usually reign supreme, a remarkable incident unfolded on a peaceful road. A majestic wild elephant emerges from the forest, its powerful presence immediately commanding attention. The approaching elephant triggers the roadside vehicles to come to a standstill. Some drivers honk their horns impatiently. As cars come to a standstill, the bustling road fell into a temporary silence. In the midst of it all, a group of onlookers gathers, their expressions a blend of awe and curiosity. An experienced wildlife protection officer arrives, and the elephant's subtle unease serves as a reminder of the untamed beauty and power that stood before them. As the officer moved closer, the elephant, like a guardian of the wild, slowly began to shift, stepping away from the road. On a sunny afternoon where laughter and music filled the air, an extraordinary guest was about to make a grand entrance. A luxurious backyard is shown, with people enjoying a pool party. The camera pans to a massive elephant standing nearby. Suddenly, the elephant uses its trunk to take a drink from the pool, creating a ripple effect. As caution gave way to amazement, the guests slowly approached the elephant, reaching out to touch its rough yet gentle skin. In a delightful twist, the elephant used its remarkable trunk to savor a drink from the pool, creating ripples of laughter among the guests. As the engine roars to life, the Jeep embarks on its journey through the dense jungle, carrying the tourists into the heart of the wilderness. The bumpy ride offers glimpses of towering trees and the ambient sounds of the forest, captivating the tourists' attention. As they round a bend, a massive elephant comes into view, moving with captivating grace. But as the Jeep nears, an extraordinary revelation stuns the tourists. The elephant has 3 legs at the back, not 2. Their astonishment grows as whispers turn into excited chatter. The tourists watch in awe as the 3-legged elephant moves gracefully, its remaining legs strong and stable, exuding a captivating grace. It strides alongside the Jeep with a purposeful air, unfazed by its physical difference, but instead empowered by it. The sight of this colossal city-dwelling elephant left the tourists in awe. They inched closer, eager to capture an extraordinary photo opportunity. Unbeknownst to them, the massive elephant was in no mood for a friendly encounter. The giant elephant's voice roared through the chaos. Startled, the tourists took a step back, their excitement giving way to confusion and fear. Uncertain of what to do, the tourists exchanged wary glances. The giant elephant, still seething with anger, managed a gruff nod, acknowledging the tourists' belated understanding. The serene riverbank glistens in the midday sun. Tall grasses sway in the breeze as a family of elephants, including a mother elephant and her playful calf, approach the river for a much-needed drink. Suddenly, the crocodile lunges, its jaws inches from the calf's tail. The mother charges in, trumpeting loudly, forming a formidable barrier. The crocodile persists, but the mother strikes the water with her trunk, creating a powerful wave that repels the reptile. The crocodile, undeterred, attempts to seize the calf once more, but the mother uses her immense strength to strike the water with her trunk, sending a powerful wave crashing over the reptile. Next, this tourist, excitedly exploring in an open Jeep, ventures deeper into the wilderness. In the distance, a giant elephant with impressive tusks stands beside the trail, its massive form imposing, yet peaceful. The giant elephant forcefully rams into the side of the Jeep, causing it to flip over onto its roof. The tourists inside are now trapped, hanging upside down. Upon witnessing the unfolding situation not far from their position, the occupants of the Jeep cautiously reversed the vehicle to avert any potential threat. A group of tourists riding in an open-air Jeep embark on a thrilling adventure, eager to witness the majestic wildlife. In the distance, a giant elephant with massive tusks stands with a regal aura. As the Jeep neared the elephant, an unexpected trigger set the massive creature into a furious charge. The terrified tourists begged the guide to escape as the elephant's eyes blazed with anger. With incredible strength, the elephant rammed the Jeep, flipping it over and leaving the tourists trapped and vulnerable. The tourists rush out of the overturned Jeep, hearts racing. They sprint to a nearby Jeep driven by a safari guide. As they pile in, they watch in shock as the enraged elephant moves away. The overturned Jeep is left in ruins. The typical chaotic city traffic suddenly comes to a standstill with no apparent cause. Drivers stop and lean on their horns as they try to clear up the street. The camera pans forward to reveal the source of the chaos. A massive elephant, majestically strolling down the center of the road, its enormous form occupying multiple lanes. As the elephant saunters away, the traffic slowly starts moving, but the commuters are left with a story to tell about the day when a massive elephant briefly brought the city to a standstill. An open-air jeep carrying tourists races through the wild savannah, leaving a trail of dust behind. The tourists hold tight to their cameras, excited expressions on their faces. In hot pursuit is a massive elephant, its majestic form casting a thrilling spectacle. The massive elephant's awe-inspiring presence and thunderous approach couldn't deter the tourists from capturing the thrilling chase. With hearts racing, the jeep sped ahead, the tourists eagerly documenting the epic pursuit. As the elephant roared and trumpeted, the tourists, hearts pounding with excitement, persisted in taking photos and videos. The jeep eventually outpaces the elephant, which slows its pursuit, disappearing into the wild. The tourists breathe a collective sigh of relief, elated by the thrilling encounter. Their guide, an enthusiastic and knowledgeable naturalist, steps forward to outline the day's adventure. With contagious enthusiasm, the guide describes the remarkable experience they are about to embark on. Filled with reverence, the tourists mount the poised elephants, eager for their unique journey. They observe herds of elephants, elegant giraffes, and striking zebras in their natural routines, feeling an intimate connection to the environment. Their voices convey fulfillment as they thank the guide for this remarkable adventure. Touched by the beauty of nature and the majesty of these gentle giants, they bid farewell to the elephants and the camp. They depart with cherished memories and a profound connection to the untamed world they were privileged to experience. Their mission is to navigate a tricky encounter with a group of elephants in the savannah. The guide takes the lead, showing how to manage the situation without agitating the magnificent creatures. With caution, the group observes as the guide guides the open-air jeep towards the elephant herd.
Demonstration.
The elephants, aware of the humans' approach, appear vigilant. The guide urges stillness and silence, emphasizing the need to avoid provoking the elephants. With a steady hand, the guide slowly reverses the jeep, and the tourists follow suit, maintaining their calm composure. With a steady hand, the guide slowly drives the jeep backward, making no sudden movements or noise. The tourists follow the guide's example, maintaining their calm and poise.
If I was to now turn my vehicle around, obviously
A group of tourists is on a thrilling safari in Yala National Park, Sri Lanka. They're riding in an open-air safari jeep, cameras ready, as they explore the park's stunning natural beauty. The lone elephant trumpets loudly, warning the intruders to stay away. The tourists watch with both fear and fascination as the elephant gradually moves away from the path. The tourists breathe a collective sigh of relief as they put some distance between themselves and the agitated elephant. Before him stands an imposing figure, a giant among giants, an elephant, one of the savannah's magnificent residents. The tracker remains stoic, unwavering, as the elephant approaches, its immense presence casting a shadow over the wild terrain. With the rules of this untamed land clear in his mind, the tracker displays unwavering composure, standing with nerves of steel. He refrains from sudden movements or panic as the elephant approaches, its immense form moving closer. The tracker's understanding that panic could lead to dire consequences remains at the forefront of his thoughts. As the elephant examines the tracker, it becomes clear that the tracker's unflinching calmness has a profound effect. The elephant, satisfied with its inspection, eventually turns and walks away. The tracker, still unwavering, watches as the elephant recedes into the wilderness. The elephant, with a graceful yet imposing presence, stands by a serene waterhole surrounded by lush greenery. Its large ears gently flap, providing a natural breeze to keep cool in the tropical heat. The camera zooms in, revealing the elephant's expressive eyes and versatile trunk delicately plucking fresh foliage, showcasing its strength and dexterity. Each deliberate bite and rhythmic chewing, captured by the camera, contrasts beautifully with the elephant's powerful presence, creating a soothing scene. A slow zoom out reveals the grandeur of Utawalawe National Park, where these majestic elephants roam freely, embodying the splendor of the natural world. As the camera pans, it captures the graceful yet powerful stride of this magnificent creature. The elephant moves with an air of both majesty and humility, a living testament to the untamed beauty of the natural world. Its immense feet leave ancient footprints in the dust, its swaying trunk and colossal frame evoking a rhythmic spectacle, echoing the wilderness's heartbeat. As the elephant traverses this road, it carries the weight of history and the complex human-nature relationship. Once solely a wilderness domain, the road now bears the mark of human presence, showcasing the delicate balance between coexistence and conservation. As they navigate the uncharted terrain, the travelers come to a halt. Before them, a magnificent herd of elephants has taken over the road, their majestic presence creating a formidable barrier. The travelers, whispering with excitement, prepare their cameras to capture the extraordinary scene. The road has become a place of coexistence between humans and the majestic elephants. As the ground trembles with each elephant's step, the travelers are filled with wonder, knowing they are but guests in this majestic realm. The travelers nod in agreement, understanding the significance of this encounter. Time stands still as they share this place with the elephants, silently acknowledging the harmony that exists between humanity and the wild. The elephant, with innocent curiosity, takes its first tentative steps into the shallow water.
That's funny.
The stream, though not daunting to human eyes, is an adventure for this tiny traveler. It navigates the cool currents, learning to maintain balance with every step.
Yeah, he's scared.
The camera captures the baby elephant's journey, showcasing its movements of hesitance and determination. Its trunk acts as a balancing rod, creating dancing ripples in the water. Across the stream, the vigilant mother elephant watches, offering reassurance and comfort to the little explorer.
Yeah.
As the baby elephant reaches the midpoint of the stream, it faces a slight challenge when the water deepens.
Baby, come on.
With each step, it must exert extra effort to stay afloat, demonstrating its growing strength and resilience.